Hello everybody, welcome to Yoga for Self-Love with Kim. I'm Kim. This will be a short, gentle practice with a focus on opening through the hamstrings. My hamstrings tend to be pretty short and pretty tight, so this will be helpful for me. Hopefully it will also be helpful for you. So we'll need a few props, a blanket. If you don't have a yoga blanket, you could use a towel, a couple of yoga blocks, and a folding chair. If you don't have a folding chair, you could use a kitchen chair or something like that, just probably nothing with wheels on it. So grab your things and come join me on the mat, and we will begin in Tadasana. So come to stand. Just take a moment to shift your weight forward into the balls of the feet and then back towards the heels. Back and forth a few times. And then find what feels like a center point. And then gently rock yourself from side to side. And then bring yourself to center, rooting down through each foot, equal distribution of weight down through each leg. For a moment, lift up all of your toes and spread your toes. And then relax and release the toes down. Rooting down through the legs, finding a lift up through the arches of the feet, up through the inner legs, lift up through the belly, spine nice and long. Imagine some spaciousness in the spine. The crown of the head reaching up towards the ceiling. Now you can bring hands to rest on belly, one hand to heart, one hand to belly, or just take the arms out to the side, palms to face forward, and then close your eyes and pause here. And begin to allow yourself to arrive to this practice, to let go of where you're coming from, where you may be going next, and to just be present right here for these next few minutes. Check in to notice how you're feeling today. Notice anything you bring to the mat with you. Feelings, emotions, thoughts, physical sensations. Notice your energy. And just be curious, no judgment at all. I invite you to bring in the intention to be gentle, kind, patient, loving, compassionate with yourself as you move through this practice. And if you like to carry that intention off the mat out into the world with you, take a nice deep breath in through the nose, fill up the whole body, whole torso with the breath. And then as you exhale, sigh the breath out of your mouth, make an audible sigh. Another deep breath in through the nose, filling up the whole body with your breath. And exhaling, releasing the breath out through the mouth, sigh it out. One more deep breath in through the nose. And sigh it out through the mouth. And then release your hands down. And we'll take it into a forward fold here, just to kind of check in, see where we're starting from, how the legs are feeling today. So unlock the knees. You could have a big or little bend here. Take hands to the hips. Begin to slowly pull the hips back. Hinge yourself forward from the hips, keeping the back nice and long, keeping those natural curves in the spine. Just hinging from the hips, bringing belly down to thighs. And then you can keep the hands on the hips or release hands down to the mat or grab a hold of elbows. And let your head go, maybe shake or nod the head. Maybe rock the hips side to side, sway the arms. And then bring yourself to center. And then we'll take hands to the hips, press into the feet, soften the knees, lift your heart and come all the way back up to stand. Now come to the back of your chair, so chair back facing towards you. Hands to the back of the chair. You could also use a wall for this instead of the chair. Just step yourself right in front of the wall, hands onto the wall. And then we'll roll up onto the balls of the feet. And for count of 10, slowly begin to descend the heels back down to the mat. 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, or 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Heels back to the mat. And again, roll it up onto balls of the feet. We'll slowly lower down again for 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Heels down to the floor. Let's do that one more time. Roll up onto balls of feet. And we release the heels down for 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now let's add some blocks here. So grab a hold of your blocks. And now we'll step onto the blocks. So foot onto the blocks with your heels, the back of the foot hanging off the edge of the block. And hands on chair, or again, you could move to a wall for this as well. And we'll do the same thing. So we'll roll up onto the balls of the feet, and then we'll allow the heels to lower down, so maybe the heels will come lower than the level of the blocks. So roll it up, and then slowly lower heels down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Heels now lower than the level of the blocks. Let's do that a couple more times. Rolling back up onto balls of the feet, lowering for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And let's do it one more time. Rolling up balls of the feet, lower it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more deep breath here. And then you can step off of the blocks. And now we'll turn the chair around. So now the chair seat will face you. You may want to keep the blocks handy. Let's step the right foot back and we'll take it into a warrior one. So bending through that left knee. Knee tracking over the ankle, pressing down through that right heel. Reach the arms up. A few breaths here. Strong in our warrior one. Strong through the legs. You can smile if you like. Have fun with your practice. Enjoy it. And then we'll release the arms down. We'll step that right foot up, step that left foot back now. Come into warrior one, other side. Bend that right knee tracking over ankle. Rib cage facing up towards the top of the mat, pressing down through the feet, reaching up through the fingers. Finding that opening through that back leg. And then release the arms down, step the back foot forward. Now let's take our blanket. I've got mine rolled up, so you can take your yoga blanket if you have from the rectangle shape. Just roll it up a couple of times. Again, you could use a towel here. So I've got my blanket roll. Now I'm going to bring the balls of the feet onto the blanket roll. So heels are down, balls of the feet are up on the blanket. And then we'll slowly begin to hinge from the hips. Fold yourself forward. Bring your hands either to the back of the chair or to the chair seat. You could even put some blocks up on the chair seat so the hands are a little bit higher. You could bring yourself down out onto forearms on the chair. Few deep breaths here. You could breathe in through the nose, sigh out through the mouth. And then hands come to the chair seat if you were down on the forearms, and slowly lift yourself up. You can step off of that blanket, move it out of the way. And then again, soften the knees. So knees are not locked here. Hinge from the hips. We'll take it back into a forward fold. Hands to chair back, chair seat. Forearms down to the chair. And then slowly bring yourself up. Now we're down into the left foot. Lift up that right foot. Place the heel on the chair seat. Hug the right hip back. So hips are squaring towards the top of the mat. Right femur pulling back into the hip socket. Roll up onto the heel. Pull the toes back towards you. Take hands to the hips or hands out to the sides to help with some balance here. And then we'll press down into that right heel. Begin to turn on through the back of that leg. Feel that contraction. And then relax. Let the back of the right leg relax. And again, we'll press into that right heel. Begin to activate through the back of that right leg, really pressing through the right heel, pressing through the right heel, pressing through the heel, pulling the toes back towards you, and then relax the leg. And then again, press into the heel, press into the heel, press into the heel, pull the toes back, turn on through that leg, right femur bone pulling back, and relax the leg. We'll do that one more time. Press into the right heel, turn on through that back leg, really strong down through that right heel, and then relax. And then we'll switch it over to the other side. So right foot comes back down to the mat, and we'll take that left heel to rest up on the chair seat. Pull that left femur back into the hip socket, hips facing up towards the top of the mat. Hands to hips or arms out to the side or Could have your hand on the wall next to you or something. And then again, we'll turn on through the back of this left leg now, pressing down really strongly into that left heel, pulling the toes back towards you. So pressing the heel, pressing the heel, pressing the heel, activating the leg, and then relax. And then again, press into the heel, press into the heel, press into the heel, and relax. And let's do that one more time. Press into the heel, press, 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 and relax. And then we'll switch over to the other side. Now let's take that right heel back up onto the chair. You may want to use blocks for this also. So you could take the blocks and have them up on the chair seat as well, next to your foot. So you just may need to shift yourself over a little bit. So right heel comes back to the chair seat, pressing down into that heel. And now we'll begin to take the hands to the blocks. So folding forward just a little bit, feeling it just a little bit more. No biggie, doesn't have to be too much. Sometimes less is more. So press into that right heel, press, 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 press. Relax the back of the right leg, but keep the hands where they are on the blocks. This little bit of a forward fold over the leg. Again, let's press down into that right heel, turn on through the leg, and then relax the back of that right leg. One more time, press into the right heel. Press, 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 press. Maybe you fold a little deeper over that right leg, and then relax. And then we'll walk ourselves up and release that right foot down to the mat. Same thing, other side now. So we'll bring that left foot back up onto the chair. You can keep the blocks on the chair if you liked them. Pressing down into that left heel. We'll begin to fold it forward, hinge it forward, hands to the blocks, back still nice and long, nice and flat here. Natural curves of the spine, we're not rounding through the back. Press down into that left heel. Press, 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 press. And then relax the left leg. And then again, let's press into that left heel. Turn on the back of the left leg. And relax. One more time. Press into that left heel. Press into the heel. Pull the toes back. Maybe you fold a little more forward over that left leg. And then relax. And then bring yourself up. And then draw the right knee up to the chest, left knee up to the chest, march out the legs a few times. Okay, you can keep the blocks here or move the blocks out of the way. Once more, we'll take the right heel to the back of the chair. Pull that right hip back. We'll fold it forward to your degree. Don't force anything. See if maybe you have a little bit more space now. And then from here, you can keep hands on the blocks or chair seat. And then we'll drop the right foot down, swing it past the left, and then extend that right leg out behind you, finding a warrior three. Hands on blocks or chair seat or chair back. And then we'll begin to bend that right knee, extend it back out in front of you. Heel comes back to the chair, and then you fold yourself back in again to your degree, no force, but just maybe there's a little more space there now. And then one more time, let's send that right leg back. Warrior three. And then right foot comes back down to meet the left. And let's do it on the other side. Send that left leg forward now, heel to chair. Begin to hinge yourself forward, hands to blocks, chair seat, or chair back. And you fold into your degree. So wanting to feel this in the belly of the muscle, so kind of like the middle of the back of the leg, the thigh. You don't want to feel this up towards the sitting bones. That's where the attachments are for the hamstrings. So just be cautious about that. Just trying to get the belly of the muscle to release. And then we'll pick up that left foot, hands to your blocks, send the left leg back behind you, warrior three. And then let's send that left leg back to where it came from, back to the chair, heel to chair, toes pulling towards you, folding in once more over that left leg. And then we'll send that left leg back behind one more time. Hands to chair or blocks, left leg steps back or send it back, warrior three. And then left foot comes back down to the mat. And now you can just move your chair out of the way. Let's sweep the arms out to the sides and up, palms together, soften the knees, hinge yourself forward, hands to the mat or grab your elbows, shake out the head. And then take hands to hips, soften knees, bring yourself all the way back up. One hand to heart, one hand to belly. Rooting down through feet, down through legs, lengthening up through the crown of the head. Come back to our intention to be gentle, kind, patient, loving, and compassionate with ourselves. Good job, yogi. Good for you, showing up for yourself and your practice. Take palms together at the heart. Thank you so much for sharing this short, gentle practice with me today. I hope it helped. With love and gratitude, namaste.